Hey everyone, so today I kind of wanted to talk to you about some interesting things that I've kind of dealt with my entire life when it comes to my illnesses, and that is loneliness. So when I was 3, I was diagnosed with congenital adrenal hyperplasia, and until I was about 22, I never met or knew somebody that had my same condition. And that was extremely hard because I didn't know if what was going on was the right thing to do or if the treatment was the correct one, and I just felt lonely. Some of the things I've done to help myself was to create this account, obviously, because I know I'm not the only one out there, but if I can share my story, I feel like it helps me, but it can also help somebody else that might be going through the similar, same kind of issues. Yeah, so now that I have this new diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis, I don't know anyone with it. I mean, of course there are people online or your parents or your grandparents that have some sort of arthritis, but getting up every day to be reminded that your body is basically trying to kill itself, whether it be my congenital adrenal hyperplasia or this RA. I just feel like I'm battling my body every single day, and I don't personally know anyone else directly to me that has rheumatoid arthritis or even was diagnosed with congenital adrenal hyperplasia. And it's hard. It's hard because you don't want to feel like you're bitching too much, and it's hard because you don't want to feel like you're complaining or, you know, consumed by it. But in reality, most of us really are consumed, and it sucks. It sucks really bad. Feeling alone in this battle, it's not easy, and it's kind of hard to explain, which is why I've stopped a few times, because when you get up in the morning and you're not sure if you'll be able to walk, or your head will be spinning, or your back is in extreme pain, or something began to get swollen in the middle of the night and you had no idea, or even your fingers when you wake up and my fingers are like this. I went to bed feeling one way, didn't think I needed my arthritis gloves, and I woke up to my fingers basically locked in this position. Or I feel like I'm fine and I get up and my feet feel like someone just stabbed them with knives. And so I wanted to address the loneliness that happens when you have an invisible disease that no one understands, and all we want is just for someone to have empathy with us, to understand that we feel desperately alone in these battles. Everyone with an invisible illness, whatever it may be, we're lonely. We feel like we're trapped in our bodies and that we cannot get out. A lot of them get involved with drugs or with prescription painkillers just to get out of their head and just to stop the pain. I know that I was definitely a victim of painkillers, pain medication, and numbing myself, but I didn't realize that there was a root cause of some of the bullshit that I've been dealing with in my body. If I'm stressed, my body feels it. If I'm happy, I try to get my body to feel that way. But it's almost kind of like discouraging that you want to feel one way, but then you get up and there's no way, absolutely no way that you're gonna feel that way, whether you like it or not. I went to a theme park. Although one of my friends really tries to understand what's going on in my life, I had to make sure that I had access to possibly a scooter or a wheelchair, because I didn't know if I was going to make it through the day. And I might look fine on the outside, but in reality, I feel so alone. And I think that there has to be some kind of support system that you need. And that's what I'm going to try to build for myself, is a personal support system. I know that my family has always said they're going to be there for me, as well as, you know, I have friends that are too. But I'm 34 years old, I'm not getting any younger, and I think sometimes my conditions deter me from going out and possibly meeting someone that I can spend the rest of my life with, or just enjoy my time with. And that also is lonely. I don't want to be a burden to somebody. I don't want them to think that they're gonna have to take care of me for the rest of my life, because I was so independent my entire life. I mean, there's so many things that I've stopped doing because of this, and I miss it. I miss myself. I miss the self that I thought I had. But I've come to the realization that this is who I am now, and I need to embrace it, and I need to figure out how to fall back in love with myself. Sounds weird, but I think that a lot of other people have support systems that don't necessarily support them like they need. And I think seeking therapy or a therapist or someone that understands, that will listen. And I think I'm going to try that next. But if you know somebody that has an invisible illness, or even just an illness that you can see, just know that they feel alone. And whether you say you do or you don't, there has been a point in your journey, even if you don't have an illness, that you have felt alone. And yeah, so it's kind of a long video, and I know that it's kind of weird to have somebody address this in kind of a weird, informal way, but I feel alone. And my dog always has to interrupt my videos. But anyways, yeah, I feel alone. I feel like friends have ditched me because I can't go out all the time, and it sucks. So if you have any suggestions on great support systems or great teams, or you're in the San Diego area and you just want to hang out and kind of understand what's going on, I would be more than happy to take you up on those offers or check out the recommendations that you've made. But anyways, so until my next video, yeah, I have a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks for the methotrexate update, as well as this fun bump that's on my arm. It's getting bigger and more annoying. Until then, I will just keep posting some updates, maybe some pictures, but thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting me by watching. Have a wonderful day.